Now it is time for a staple moment of any Chesterton school soiree or gala event, the senior speeches.
With that, it is time for our senior speeches, and up first is Dominic Romportl.
Hello, my name is Dominic Romportl. This is my first year here at Chesterton. Before Chesterton, I went to Stillwater Area High School, the public school in the area. This gave me the opportunity to encounter people with different faiths and lack thereof. This experience is incredibly valuable for me and helped me grow spiritually because I had to answer the hard question of why I should have a life of faith, while most people did not have to. During this time, I was able to have a daily prayer life, a practice that is essential to the Christian way of life. When I received the news that Chesterton was coming to Stillwater, I was faced with the difficult decision of whether to go or not. During quarantine, I was given a lot of time to think about this decision. As I thought, in order to go, I needed to know why I should go to Chesterton. I had friends back at Stillwater, an education that helped me prepare for college, and a familiar place for me to learn. I didn't choose Chesterton because I had all my friends there, although that has changed over time. I didn't go because it had a more complete curriculum, although that is very important. I went to Chesterton because they put Jesus at the center of the day and of the curriculum. Everything else is secondary. The Mass is celebrated in the middle of the day, and we are given the opportunity to receive the Eucharist, the source and summit of our faith. We are also given the opportunity to learn about the Catholic faith handed down by generations. These two reasons were enough for me to choose Chesterton. Now that I am here, I am able to see for myself the education that is put into place. In the weeks that I've been here, I've begun to notice the great impact the saints had. Going forward here at Chesterton, I hope we are able to emulate the saints. This year, I will be part of the first graduating class, and hopefully we can pave the way for this emulation. We won't do this by having the most friends or by learning more than everyone in the school. We must lead by placing Jesus at the center of our lives. In order for this to happen at Chesterton, we must have a life of constant growth and change. As Chesterton says, a dead thing can go with the stream, but only a living thing can go against it. This doesn't mean changing the system or curriculum necessarily, but constant growth in ourselves because I don't know about you, but I do not claim to have a perfect life. I know it's hard to believe. So at least I must have a life of constant change, constantly trying to do the will of the Father. In life, we can only go two directions, forward or backward. Anytime you think you are staying the same or not moving, it really is just a disguise of slowly moving backward. And you may think that Chesterton must change in these huge ways that affect thousands of people. But how can we change thousands of people if we first haven't changed ourselves? The way of the little flower can be applied to our school. You see, I went from a graduating class of about 900 to exactly 8. We are a school that is starting small, but that doesn't mean we have to end small. I think something important to recognize is that Chesterton is not perfect, because if it were, there would be no need for growth. But if we do not change, we stay small and get smaller. But if we see that there is room for improvement and places to grow in this school, we can change. Our school can increase, and so can its impact. This is the Chesterton I have in mind, not one that stays stagnant but sterile, but one that moves forward and is fruitful. At Chesterton, they have already given the seniors a position to lead. It is our responsibility to take that role seriously. We can take this responsibility by doing something as simple as engaging with my classmates and asking how their day went. Something that I already love about this school is that we have the opportunity to have relationships with everyone in the school, even if they are from a different grade. As we continue in our journey as a school, we must stay faithful to our course, because if we are faithful, there will be fruits. We must have a real and loving relationship with God, because if we are studying with hardened hearts, then what is the point? As a first graduate of this school, I think it is important to really emphasize this point. Chesterton is now giving me the opportunity to be a leader in my community and the church. I hope we can create a legacy through the school that has already proven to be successful. Thank you, and keep us in your prayers.